you believe it? We made it to number 1. And coming in our first place, number 1, is believing that they are not actually after you. That's a problem. One of my very favorite sayings of all time, it's not paranoia if they really are after you. Well, I'm not trying to give you nightmares or anything like that, but they are after you. Now, don't take it personally. They're not after you specifically. They're just after everybody, right? Who's they exactly? Well, it kind of depends. It's all the names that we love to talk about, out there in the hacker community. And it could be a disgruntled employee. It could be just random, who knows what, right? But the point is, especially referring and mainly primarily referring to the hacker community, they are constantly scanning the networks. Constantly. And so if you leave an opening, they're going to find it and exploit it, and there's absolutely no question about it. We hear a lot of excuses like, well, I don't have anything that they would be interested in, or I don't have budget for expensive security systems, or I've been running without a firewall for years and I'm fine. And then the one I really like is, well, they probably already have all my secrets anyways, so what's the use, right? And there's truth in all of those, right? And you can talk yourself out of it if you want, but the point is that for one thing, they can monetize things you wouldn't believe, right? But also sometimes they're just in it for the pain, for the suffering that they can cause. And you don't need that to be you, right? It does you no good to let that be you just simply because you stood by and let it happen. So, and for sure, you don't want your customers to suffer. So, the main thing to remember with all of this is it's in your attitude. It's your orientation towards this and how seriously you take it, how much of a priority you make. And remember that it's the humans, right? None of the security measures that we've talked about today can keep an employee from sharing a password or clicking on a link that brings in malware or any of those sorts of things. So you need both you and all of your employees, all of the people that share access to your network, you all need to be aligned on the important things, and you all need to be acting responsibly, taking it seriously. So, sorry to keep you awake at night. They are after you. They're after your stuff. They're after your information, your secrets, and even your unsecrets. They just want it all, and you don't want to give it to them. So there you go. That is the last one. That is number 1. Cool. Glad you were with us. Thank you very much for your time, and be safe out there.